Next question. Columbus Surgical Incorporation is based in United States of America. Has recently imported surgical raw material from United Kingdom and has been invoiced for 4,80,000 UK pound, payable in 3 months. It has also exported surgical goods to India and France. The Indian customer has been invoiced for pound 1,38,000, payable in 3 months. And French customer has been invoiced for euro 5,90,000, payable in 4 months. Spot exchange rate and forward exchange rates are provided to us. That is pound per United States dollar. Spot exchange rate is given to us and 3 months forward exchange rate is given. Then dollar per euro. Spot rate is given and 4 months forward exchange rate is given. Current money market rates are as follows for UK, France and for USA. You as a treasury manager are required to show how the company can hedge its foreign exchange risk exposure using forward market and money market hedge and suggest which is the best hedging technique. That is a question. So here we are required to give the decision to Columbus Surgical Incorporation. Information is provided to us that it has imported goods, and for that it is going to say receive the consideration in pound currency. We understand that say the pound currency is a foreign currency and so it is required to hedge its foreign exchange risk. The Indian customer has been invoiced and the Indian customer is required to pay not in rupees but in pound currency. And so the time period is 3 months. French customer has been invoiced for euro 5,90,000 and in that case say it is the time period is 4 months. So here we are required to make the computation of the answer in forward market hedge and money market hedge. For both we are required to do answer. Please go through the question carefully. I want you to tell me answer for forward market hedge alternative for a time period of 3 months. For 3 months forward market hedge alternative, put your answer in the chat box. Chalo, let us have understanding of the answer like this. The question is provided to us from the US company point of view. It has entered into basically 3 transactions. Like that information is given. Columbus Surgical Incorporation is based in United States of America, has recently imported surgical raw material from UK and has been invoiced for 4,80,000 pound, payable in 3 months. So I'm writing N is equal to 3 months and it is payable, so I'm writing negative 4,80,000. Okay, that is what I'm writing, friends. It has also exported surgical goods to India and France. The Indian customer has been invoiced for 1,38,000 pound, payable again in 3 months. So we are going to receive 1,38,000 pound in 3 months. Like that information is there. So basically the net amount that we have to pay is 1,38,000 minus 4,80,000. So we have to pay 3,42,000 pound in 3 months. Then information is given and the French customer has been invoiced for euro 5,90,000, payable in 4 months. So I'm writing N is equal to 4 months and the consideration is 5,90,000 euro. Okay. So what will happen, friends? Now over here we understand that the US company will enter into the forward contract. I'm talking about 3 months first of all. So I'm writing heading as 3 months and I'm writing forward contract. The forward contract will be entered upon for sell of dollar and purchase of UK pound. This is the amount of the dollar to be sold for purchasing 3,42,000 pound. Let us see the forward exchange rate provided to us. The forward exchange rate provided to us is 0.9520 slash 0.9545. It is pound per United States dollar. So for every $1 you will get less amount of pound. So you will get this amount of pound. So it is pound and dollar. 0.9520 pound is equal to $1. So for 3,42,000 pound, it is this amount of dollar. So 3,42,000 into 1, that does not make a sense, divided by 0.9520. So the answer comes to 3,59,243.70. This is the amount of the dollar which is supposed to be paid if you enter into 3 months forward contract. Now try to do money market hedge on your own for 3 months once again. So this is the amount of the payable and receivable for 3 months the forward contract. This is the amount to be paid in your domestic currency, that is in dollar currency. Money market hedge. So friends, over here we understand that the transaction would be like this: borrow dollar, sell dollar, purchase pound, investment in pound. That is what's the kind of transaction in which we will enter upon, so that the maturity amount of the deposit will be equal to the amount of the pound which is payable. That is the way we have to understand the answer. So let us start one by one with the answer. Step number 1, with that we will start calculation of amount of pound to be invested today. So we understand maturity amount is equal to principal plus interest. We should have the maturity amount of the deposit as 3,42,000 pound. Principal is x plus x into what is the rate of interest? Rate of interest is, for UK, as you are making investment, you will get interest at the rate of 10%. X into 10% into 3 divided by 12. So 3,42,000 is equal to 0.10 into 0.25. So it is 1.025x. So 3,42,000 divided by 1.025. That comes to 3,33,658. £154. This is the amount of the pound which is supposed to be invested today, so that the maturity amount of the deposit will be 3,42,000 pound. Step number 2, calculation of amount of dollar to be borrowed and to be converted into pound. So basically, dear students, we will enter into a spot transaction for conversion of the dollar into pound. That is a spot transaction which will be entered upon. So this is the amount of the dollar which should be converted into this amount of pound. 3,33,658.54. Okay. So what is the spot exchange rate provided to us? This is the spot exchange rate. 9830, 9850. 9830 slash 0.9850. It is pound per dollar. So for every $1 you will get less amount of pound. So 0.9830 pound is equal to $1. So for this amount of pound, how much dollar is to be sold will be the question. 3,33,658.54. So 3,33,658.54 into 1, that does not make a sense, divided by 0.9830. So it comes to 3,39,428.83. This is the amount of the dollar to be sold. Now whatever the amount of the dollar to be sold is required to be borrowed today. So we will have step number 3. In that, calculation of repayment of loan in dollar currency. It is principal plus interest. This is the principal amount, 3,39,428.83 plus 3,39,428.83 into what is the rate of interest? Rate of interest will be, for dollar currency, borrowing rate is 13%. So into 13% into 3 divided by 12. So 3,39,428.83 into 1.0 325. So 0.13 into 3 divided by 12. $339,428.83. So 3,50,000 416.27. This is the amount of the pound of the repayment of loan. Now for 4 months, let us see the forward market hedge. Try to do answer on your own and then tell me answer in the chat box. Anyone who wants to understand money market hedge once again, just a quick review. First of all, we will calculate the amount of the pound to be invested today. This is the amount of the pound to be invested today, so that the maturity amount of the deposit will be equal to the amount that we have to pay. Then this is the amount of the dollar to be borrowed and to be sold in the spot transaction. So borrow dollar, sell dollar and purchase pound. The amount of the dollar that we have to borrow, say that will be borrowed at 13%, that is higher rate of interest for 3 months. And with that, say we make the computation of the repayment of loan, and this is the way, say we'll develop the money market hedge answer. Now let us see the 4 months forward market hedge. We understand that the forward market hedge will mean sell of euro and purchase of United States dollar. The amount of the consideration is 5,90,000 euro, and that will fetch you this amount of dollar. Okay. Now let us see the 4 months forward exchange rate information. This is the amount of the dollar per euro information is given. So it is 1.9510 slash 1.9540 dollar per euro. The forward contract is sell of euro and purchase of dollar. So for every 1 euro, you will get less amount of dollar. So it is dollar and euro. For 1 euro, you will get 1.9510 less amount of dollar. You are going to receive 5,90,000 euro. So that is equal to this amount of dollar. 5,90,000 into 1.9510. Divided by 1 does not make a sense. So 590 into 1.951. That comes to 11,51,090 US dollar. This is alternative number 1. Now I request all of you to do answer for money market hedge and put your answer in the chat box. So let us have understanding of the money market hedge transactions. So over here we understand that we are going to receive the consideration in euro currency. So borrow euro, sell euro, purchase dollar, and then invest dollar. We'll get some maturity amount of the deposit, and that maturity amount of the deposit is required to be compared with the first alternative, that is forward market hedge, for the purpose of decision making. So let us have understanding of the borrow euro, that is say let us have understanding that say in what sequence we will do answer. Step number 1 will be what is the amount of the euro to be borrowed today, so that the repayment of the loan will be equal to the amount that we are going to receive. So please write down answer along with me. Step number 1, calculation of amount of euro to be borrowed today. So today and after 4 months. Suppose today you borrow 1 euro, then in that case, for France, that is for euro currency, the borrowing rate is provided to us as 16%. So here after 4 months, 1 plus 1 into 16% into 4 divided by 12. So that comes to 1.053333 like that. The repayment of the loan should be equal to 5,90,000. So 5,90,000 into 1, that does not make a sense, divided by 1.053333 like that. So in that case it is 5,60,126.58. This is the amount of the euro that say we have to borrow today, so that the repayment of the loan will be equal to the amount that we are going to receive. Step number 2, spot transaction for sell of euro and purchase of dollar. 560,126.58 euro to be sold for purchasing this amount of dollar. Okay, what is the spot exchange rate? Spot exchange rate is 0.9830 slash 0.9850. Oh, sorry. Spot exchange rate is 1.8890 slash 1.8920. That is the dollar per euro. So what will happen? It is sell of euro and purchase of dollar. You will get less amount of dollar. So it is dollar and euro. 1 euro is equal to 1.8890 dollar. So this amount of the dollar for 560,126.58. Okay. So the amount of the dollar that we will receive today is 1.8890 into 560,126.58 divided by 1. Basically that is not making any sense. Into 1.889. So that comes to 10,58,079.11. This is the amount of the dollar that we will receive today. In order to make it comparable with the first alternative, we will make investment. So step number 3, calculation of maturity amount of deposit. It will be calculated as principal plus interest. What is the principal amount? This is the principal amount. 1058,079.11 plus 1058,079.11 into the interest rate is 11.5%. That is the rate at which we are going to make investment. And the time period is 4 months. So 1058,079.11 into 0.115 into 4 divided by 12. So it is 1.038333. 0.1150 into 1 by 3. So 1058,079.11. So 10,98,638.81. This is the amount of the euro that we are going to receive. So this is the amount of the dollar that we are going to receive at the end of 4 months. If at all we enter into money market hedge. Now we are required to make a comparison for 3 months and for 4 months. Comparison is required to be made between forward market hedge, money market hedge. Forward market hedge and money market hedge. This is the answer of the money market hedge for 4 months. And so on, we will keep the values for the purpose of comparison. So friends, over here, we understand that say at the end of the 3 months, we have to make the payment. So we select the lower amount of the payment to be made. That is the money market hedge. And at the end of the 4 months, we are going to receive. So in terms of the receipt, we would like to have the higher amount of the receipt. That is forward market hedge. This is the way we are required to take the decision. So this is the way we are required to take decision.